Hello traders and welcome to this Bitcoin update video. So we are pushing into the 80,000. Today is Sunday. I'm usually making video for you on Mondays, but I've decided to do this update because 80,000 is massive target for the Bitcoin and for me. So I want to tell you what actions I took around the 80,000 region, what we can expect next from here to the upside, to the downside, and also overall structure of the video will be like this. At the beginning, I want to talk about macro and fundamentals, why Bitcoin has a pretty bright future, especially like next few months. And then we will go to technical analysis and order flow. Technical analysis is pretty limited because we don't have as many levels to the 80,000. All you need to do is to go into March 2024 in our Discord or in YouTube, and you can actually watch video about 20 rules for all-time high trading. These rules also apply not only on Bitcoin but also on other assets. I think it's gonna be very useful for you. I will be showing you how I actually, for example, even like 50 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago, I took a short close to 80,000, how I was doing it. But overall, you know, this is bull market, like everything is pumping, so you need to be very careful with shorts. You don't need to use high leverage. You look for decent pullbacks to buy the dip. That's your main mission because Bitcoin will be front running a lot of strong levels. This is also what is happening for past few days. So let's start talking about macro. I will be also opening the trades folder so you can see what is my main participation to the upside. I think I was not marking as much trading in these regions, but I just want to show you the main trade for me was into the Trump and elections, was the long in this area. I think I was talking about this in a previous YouTube video as well. Our traders know I was providing them strong support in this region. Main thing here, so we can go actually into the group and I will be scrolling up to the upside. It will take a bit of time, but I want to show you this. Here we are. Could be so you can listen to this first. Trump is winning. And then he also is sweeping Congress, so it's like double victory. He will have full power and control. So you have like 4 scenarios, yes. For me, it's very hard to say when. Like one thing I think is pretty probable is when Trump wins, either like just without Congress or it's gonna be full sweep. I think it's going to be very positive for Bitcoin because he was doing positive remarks on crypto and Bitcoin. So I think market, even this pump to the upside was also done from the headwinds of the Trump winning, because the polls were suggesting he's gonna win easy, but it's not that easy as. So I think market will be returning back beyond this high, very likely into this range and to the all-time highs. It could actually be very abrupt candling for the all-time high, so be ready for massive volatility. I think this is what is market waiting for. Okay, so here we are. I just wanted to show you this video from my previous public YouTube video. It was the main scenario where I was pretty certain, and I gave you pretty clear expectation to the upside. I made it publicly, so it's very important because you had so many people with various opinions. You can see what happened after. So once Trump, it was because I was watching a lot of news. I got really the best probably channel on the elections, so I got really precise informations, and as soon as it was very clear Trump is gonna win, it was still like not confirmed, but it was very likely. I go for 65%. I was also adding to my position build over here, very heavy art. I actually lift myself into this region, into the 69,000. Okay, so I was riding the main wave to the upside. It's really great when you are trading on Bybit or other traditional exchanges, when you have the main position and you can add. You don't need to take a standalone trade, but you can really literally lift yourself up, and you are still very much safe from the current market price video position over here. So this was the main exposure for me. I also had a swing position from much lower, but it was not so big size. This was the main exposure for me to the upside on a Bitcoin. So I'm literally catch most of the move. I even was adding after this, adding with the elections, I added even more. I'm probably somewhere here because it's also area like you can add to your trades where you plan new long trades and when you plan to add to your position, so you stay in the favorable area. This is bull market and it's trending, so you really need to be pretty aggressive if you want to gain max out of it. You can see I captured overall almost 20% move to the upside. Pretty insane. So what are the fundamentals? Let's talk about fundamentals here. So we know Trump was talking about he's going to be very positive for the crypto. He wants actually to build the reserve assets out of Bitcoin. I pretty much hope he's gonna fulfill his promise. It will mean, because currently US government is holding around 215,000 Bitcoins, I think, and they want 1 million into strategic assets in few years. So if they start deploying capital, it will mean market like they can literally beat every single day. I don't know what strategy will employ. They might employ the strategy of dollar cost averaging, and they don't want to like push price too much. So there will be a lot of TVApping. I'm not sure which provider will be picking. They could be actually taking Coinbase again for TVAP service, because Coinbase is doing TVAP service for many big institutions and ETF funds. So they might go for that. By the way, if you look on Coinbase, yeah, this segment will be pretty long, but I just want to show you the macro fundamentals. You don't trade Bitcoin alone. You need to understand all these implications. So we go to Coinbase. Pretty happy Coinbase did the pump, because I was holding it and it was not doing well. But look at that. So we've got actually the gap. This was the largest gap for Coinbase, I think. So we moved from, this was 13-14% gap, and in the end we moved like how much? 40%. I'm crazy. I'm smiling because I'll be booking some profits on Coinbase as well. I don't like the company as much. They are like making a lot of profit from Bitcoin, but yeah, it's mainly because the traders are front running, US government using Coinbase to buy more Bitcoins. But we will see. I will be watching this area in case we start to see some rejections. I might book some more profits. So you see Coinbase went up. So Trump is pro Bitcoin, and I hope this strategy reserves that he will make them happen. It's possible we might see in the future 500 to 1,000 Bitcoins to be bought every single day from US government alone, not accounting any other entities. That means it's like perpetual bid from US. And if you combine this with demand from retail and ETF funds, then it's gonna be amazing journey. Another thing, we have the Sailor. Sailor promised to he wants to borrow 20 to 40 billion. I think he can succeed with 40 billion with ease. He wants to buy Bitcoin for that money in 3 years, and this is going to provide another perpetual bid, because when someone was doing analysis how they are buying Bitcoin, he was actually talking about it. I think he's also doing TVAPs. So he can provide another perpetual bid for the Bitcoin for next few years so watch for US government actually approving the strategic reserves and how they accomplish it. And also Sailor, when he can borrow the money, watch that start point, because he will be trying to buy the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin currently is rising not only on technical breakout beyond all-time highs. We can go to 1 week time frame. So of course it's very technical, because when you are trading in all-time highs, you are literally doing price discovery as you are searching for new balance auction. But I think the world is also front running these big entities, pushing Bitcoin even further with their demand. So I think the first wave up here is clear front run, and I think in the future people will be looking at Bitcoin below 100,000 as cheap, of course. So because all these entities, you can even see there are some people talk about it a lot on Twitter. There is already entity. There are some unofficial information. Some Arab countries buying Bitcoin for a few months. They call him Mr. 100. They are buying 100 to 500 Bitcoins per day. So it's possible. Already some nation is gathering Bitcoins. So when you are trading Bitcoin now, you need to be really careful with. You are just more careful with shorts, and you look for decent dips to be bought. Yeah, in such situations. So, and I can show you the performance of the market. You can see I did a lot of updates in a group. We trade Bitcoin the best we can. You need all the advantage together. So you see, this is the performance of I mean the overall market from 7. So 7 of November was first day, right? Yes. And then we've got a bit of similar situation during the Friday. So you see Coinbase is up on what we just discussed. Tesla is of course up. I'm also holding some Tesla, but I want to hold Tesla, but I'm also unloading profits on Tesla. The company is like crazy valuation on Tesla. It's like not based on fundamentals, but Tesla and Elon will be connected to the Trump now. They will be getting some financial injections. So we can see the third best asset performance was Bitcoin. Of course, very obvious reason. Banks are also rising. Small caps are also rising. Small caps are also doing well during Trump. Overall, equities are also rising. And I think the market, why actually market is pumping. So Bitcoin is not only pumping on its own. We know equities. We need to reload here. Can go to higher time frame a bit. So we can see the Bitcoin pump is currently same as with equities. There were some worries we will have recession, but Trump will make sure we do not get recession because he will literally stimulate the economy with borrowed money. He plans to spend 50% more than Kamala Harris, so he's going to be pushing yields. US will be borrowing money for much higher prices. So you see yields here, yeah. They were already 1 hour time frame. I think some of the people were already front running yields and Trump victory. But if they will be doing very heavy borrowing, and they might cause more inflation in the market and push yields much higher, beyond these highs at October. So 5-6% with these. So this is the yields. Now dollar index is also getting stronger. This is actually paradox, right? So you think when government is spending more money and they are creating large inflation, you would think your currency will get weaker compared to other currencies, but it's not the case here, because higher yields also mean Fed might stop cutting rates. They actually will need to raise rates, very likely to keep inflation under control. And higher Fed rates means you are yielding more compared to other currencies, because European Union, for example, or British pound, they actually Brits not, but European Union, they will be lowering rates more compared to US. So it's competitive advantage. That's why dollar is getting stronger. So market is always forward looking. Market is already showing you future in few months with these first moves here, like post the elections. So dollar will very likely get much stronger in the future. I'm just showing you all these implications so you understand. And so US needs a lot of money to be borrowed, much more compared to Kamala Harris, yes. So money will be, in the end, inflationary. They will be losing value. And Bitcoin always loves the money printer, no matter who is doing that. But of course, the most important entity in the world is US for the Bitcoin. And if they are printing, Bitcoin will be also printing. So Bitcoin pushing to the upside is also front running this. You can see what happened before. Bitcoin during Trump, huge move to the upside. During Biden, we've got the COVID crash. This was the biggest stimulation of economy and printing money during modern financial markets. Of course, Bitcoin loved that, boom to the upside. And now we have 2024 and another fiscally irresponsible, very likely government. Okay, so again, push to the upside is expected, and we are already touched 80,000, and that's very likely just the start of the beginning of the journey to go to 90, 100,000. I will be showing you some nice targets so you can see what's gonna happen. I even told in the group when, so I actually covered the Trump. I covered the Trump elections really well. Yes, I called it pretty fast. We will be pumping and so on. So our traders got really good coverage. Just wanted to mention that the main danger in the current environment is going to be Trump will be doing a lot of good policies for the US, lowering corporate tax and overall tax for the people. But the main danger is he can put very high tariffs on China or Europe, and if he does so, if he do it, it can be another inflationary, reason in the US, and it can actually harm the economy. So this is the main, we need to watch when he's getting elected, what executive orders he's taking and what plans of action he's outlining. And we need to watch him really carefully. So far, markets really love it, but this is the main danger I've seen 2025, these tariffs, yes. Maybe like he is businessman, so he might do compromise, maybe not so big increase of tariffs on China like he wants 100%, maybe he will do much less. We will see, time will tell. So Bitcoin has a lot of tailwinds to the upside, but we also need to prevail. We need to prevail, and we need to keep our head cool. So for example, today we've reached 80,000. We, by the way, did it over the weekend, so the real price action will be coming on Monday. But someone literally bought 300 million of Bitcoin on main exchanges and he pushed the market. So the FOMO is real, yes. And I think we should really now start with analysis. What is happening and what are my actions? What I'm seeing for Bitcoin to the upside and to the downside. Let me show you everything. You can see it over here. So we go back. So we went from let me refresh actually. I just want to show you from 77,000 up to 80,000 the move. So we go here. From 300 spot we went to 585. So over like around 300 million of spot buying was needed. Look at that delta on the spot market. Huge move. Crazy. When we go to Binance, like all these walls were cleared. Just insane. Yes, because we've got a lot of supply here. And this crazy buyer went in. I think it's very likely someone, because you see like pretty aggressive walls over the weekend. Well, were here, and not small size. Look at that, 156, 128, 90 and 90. So it's like 400 bitcoins, or just here. And we started pushing. These walls were cancelled. All of them were cancelled. Somewhere here, and I think all these market participants also went in with the market orders. Sometimes when you don't get filled with when market is literally flying away from you, you just cancel order, you go into market. That's what very likely happened here. Let me show you some. So let's go on technical analysis. It's going to be combined with some of my trades. I will not be covering the trading for after Trump. We had some longs, we had some shorts, both of them. And one more thing, my trading is very limited. This week my trading was mainly day trade and swings. Next week is going to be same until 14 or 15 of what's the next week? Friday, 15th of November, because our group will be launching Black Friday, and I'm doing some major updates to the group as well, restructuring some sections, adding some new ones, working on new slides and useful sections for traders. So I'm pretty busy, and my trading is very limited. Yes, I've got scalp before I went to gym over here, and then we went for the all-time highs. I've got short here. I took take profit 1, and I had stop loss just beyond this wall, and then we started pushing to the upside. I was also warning we've got a lot of spot walls, providing support, and none of these walls were filled. So market was so bullish, everybody was just buying, and nobody was selling and filling these walls. So this was pretty bullish locally. So that's why large take profit 1 was needed to actually earn for the stop loss. Let me show you the current price action. So I was in a gym. I was outside, by the way, outside gym. And Bitcoin did the push to 80,000. 79,500 to 80,500 is very big extension target area. I will be showing you some extensions. That's why we also see the local pullback. Some people are just taking profit. You see, there is very simple advice. So make sure to watch video from me on March 2024, how to trade Bitcoin in all-time high. You can see this is very clear advice how to actually approach it. When Bitcoin is pushing fresh all-time high, you don't look for shorts, as it is literally price action discovery. You want the market to settle into local range and then do swing failure pattern of that all-time high if you want short exposure. Another scenario is strong EPA all-time high, where it's very clear market is getting exhausted. We'll leave remaining position run for the rest of the weekend. So let me show you now a clear example how you should be if you want short. Okay, you don't even need to short. You can still look for, because so many supports were giving us longs as well. So, but if you want short, if you want some hedge short, or you want to hedge your long from lower or just new short, this is what you wait for. And by the way, you need to go to Binance, because Binance had the largest week today. Very exhaustive. I mean, locally exhaustive. It was huge push. You see, we did swing failure pattern of this high, and we then start returning down. Look at that. This high also was not taken out. If you've got even tight stop loss. By the way, in this case, like when I was taking the swing failure pattern of this week, I put stop loss behind 80,000 because I'm getting protection from the look at that, 700 bitcoins on his sell side. 80,000 is huge option barrier. So in this specific trade, it's always useful to know how to use order books in your advantage to protect your entry. 700 bitcoins with current valuation, it's like 56 million on the sell side here, so not bad. So swing failure pattern was taken. Stop loss still behind 80,000 on spot, and even this high was like. By the way, this makes high weak, so in the future probably we will fix these highs again. Very likely into 80,000, because you literally did equal highs here. Equal highs and lows are this very weak structure, and market wants to repair it more often. But you've got this swing failure pattern trade here. That's what matters. After we did this first push to the downside, because some longs were building here, I took take profit one here, so I currently earned for my stop loss and guaranteed profit. I took like 55% on the take profit one. So it's profitable trade no matter if it's stopped out or not. You can see when market is starting to push to the downside. How you actually want to see like really more downside is to lose this low here. This is fractal situation we tend to watch over and over when Bitcoin is pushing to the upside, no matter like on the smaller time frame. And the first pullback you hold is showing you already strong demand area where market makers are stabilizing the price. So what do you want to do here? You want to come here, yes, and you don't want to do swing failure pattern here. You need to start pushing to the downside for like if you want BART reversal, this low needs to be lost. But you actually did pretty slow. I would say it's not ideal textbook swing failure pattern, but you lost the low for a few minutes briefly and then you reclaim back. So this was not great what you want to see. In such situation, you can even take more profit. Market is showing you it's very likely it's gonna create new range in this area. Okay, it's still local 1 minute downtrend because this high is not taken. You change structure, but once you take out this high, it can be likely you just go for the highs again. So you watch for that. And why there was potential for this trade is, of course, this was done on huge volume, very exhaustive, and you've got the single prints below you. So you see this is inefficiency. Like sooner or later this will be filled, and market just failed what I was showing you, but there was potential for this to be filled to make much healthier structure. This was a super low volume push. Like it was high volume push, but these areas have no volume. Okay, overall candle high volume, low volume here. So if you decide, if you know market is hitting your area, your planned area for shorts, this is all-time high territory, so it's pretty hard. We don't have as many levels here, so be aware of that. But you never you are so careful. Like you don't want to short Bitcoin all-time highs, like all-time highs here. No, you don't want to do that. You need Bitcoin to settle into range, do at least swing failure pattern of the all-time high, and then you will have a short. Okay, that's the only safe approach when you trade all-time highs assets, and it doesn't apply just to Bitcoin but also to other assets. And if it's bull market and uptrend, we will be mapping some supports a bit later. So for now, I can show you some extension targets, why we are pushing into the important regions. This is, by the way, I think just first profit taking from traders who are in position for a long time. Why I'm very certain it's profit taking, because the open interest starts to decrease now, okay? And it's actually decreasing even below local build-up. So it's just telling you traders start to take profit now on stable contracts. They are the more important than margin ones, because we don't have as much volumes here build up, but this is much larger. So even here market was distributing already like in this small range, but now it continues. This is for like, this was big target for me as well. I took profits on swing long here on in like day trade long, and also on my hodl, like a chunk of the hodl was taken now. That's why you see pullback here. So not only I was taking this local swing for the pattern, but I also know this is distribution area. Market is front running 80,000 because everybody is waiting at 80,000. You don't get it, so they start distributing early. Later on, we can still take it for sure. I already was like giving plan of action on 80,000. I can read it to you. These are very valuable posts every single day. These are posts based on years of experience of, you know, with this trading with the order books and so on, systemic approach. Also, we will see how we react at 80,000. Bitcoin gives us 80k barrier trade. If Bitcoin gives us 80k barrier trade, then you want to take out 80,000 with large volume, spike up to 80,500, and then do not spend much time above, and you get hammered back below. What I mean by that, 1 minute time frame, 80,000, and you watch it also on spot, not only on perpetuals. You watch them both, so because spot is also important to be taken out. 80,000, so we know there is, I can show you on Okotoki, very large protection on Coinbase, 300 bitcoins. On Binance is 600, very like huge. We are seeing also perpetuals are filling some nice orders here. Also 81,000 getting protected. There is also 100 bitcoin wall at 80,200. So there is potential for you to, you know, when you are taking out psychological barriers like 70k, 50k, 60k, especially after a long time, when you approach them, you want to see push over the region. As I said, over 80,500 would be like ideal. That's usual liquidity we take beyond such levels. It can be even tighter. It can sometimes go to 80,200. And then what you want to see is starts market pushing to the downside, and your ideal scenario, if you're taking like short, yes, is to start pushing down, retest the psychological area and reject. You can also look for rejection short here at the 80,000, for example, okay? So that's already a scenario I'm planning. What I don't want to see is market pushing over 80,000, doing pullback, and now order books repopulating 80,000, protecting it, market bouncing much further to the upside. Then I think it's gonna be more likely you can actually do even further and larger gains, because market is showing you it's reclaiming 80,000 psychological area, and market is accepting trading above it, the value. Also 80,000, 81,000 is like final line in the sand when you reclaim 80,000, because when you open the order books, very thin. Like we don't have as much sell pressure above 81,000. So because people talk, when we get got candle on Bitcoin, unless order books change and you push over 81,000 with some massive momentum and volume, you can actually do got candle over 81,000 if we don't see like new walls stopping the price. And just from the order books, you see where is the next supply. It's 85,000. So for example, 81,000 reclaim can bring the God candle up to 85,000. It's like there is possibility, okay? Unless the order books change. Oftentimes when you arrive into higher regions, they will start repopulating. But sometimes when market is like over the weekend, most people are sleeping, because now it's Europe is just waking up, and New York is sleeping. Most of the US is sleeping, and you would be pushing over a heavy volume of over 81,000. That's the time when you can do God candle. Empty order books, low liquidity, high volume, maybe some force buying as well from people getting stopped out from lower. Yes, you can do that. So this is what you don't want to see on barrier trade. Yeah, we had many barrier trades in the group. I guided traders over them. It's also my specialty. So you don't want to see the reclaim, you want to see quick acceptance below, because then its market is literally telling you, my purpose was to take out the psychological barrier of 80,000, stop people out who put stop losses behind. Also, the option market makers, a lot of people have options at 80,000, is very round number, so there will be option market makers will be rebuying inventory here just to hedge against the reclaim of that barrier. But if you start losing it quickly, then it's the main purpose of the market was to just take out the barrier, and that's it, to create also FOMO, because each time you take out massive barrier, it sparks fear or it sparks FOMO. So keep an eye on 80,000. I gave you some nice solid plan for it, and be careful if you start pushing beyond 81,000. Then Bitcoin has really you just need to watch some targets. Speaking of targets, so let's have a look now. Move this, so we go into the high time frame folders. Let me show you. So we can go to 1 day time frame. Another thing, when I finish the extensions, then we can talk about it. So this is the extension. One week time frame, 3 day time frame. Can make this smaller. So this is the first extension targets I'm watching. This is starting from Corona lows into the bull market high at 2021. So it's measuring the full symmetry of the up wave. We've got the very massive pullback into 16,000s, and then we are creating another. So if Bitcoin wants to create similar symmetry of previous bull market, then the huge target is waiting for us at 80,000. This one I can turn off, so it's not mixed. Yes, like this. All right, so 81,000 is like really huge extension. If we go beyond 81,000, it's showing you like market is not looking as much for this same symmetry as in 2021, and we can actually push much higher. By the way, you can also add 125 level here and 1.5 extension. A bit in all-time high territory. You just need to work a lot with the extensions. Some people use other things, but the extensions are, I think, the most precise based on my experience. So 81,000, huge target for us from this pool. Then we have more like in this is more internal pool for the current macro, for the current bull market. Yes, so we've placed low here. This was the first huge impulse. Then we went into the 8-month range. Now we are creating low at 48,900. So you must finish the pull here, and then you are getting extension targets golden zone here, waiting at 85,000 into 87,000. So I'm watching this area as well. And then we have if 1-to-1 extension repeats, so if you do similar move as like all 2023, similar move can happen into the 100,000, 7,000. We will see. This can actually take a few months or even like 1 or 2 years, so be prepared. And it's also depend, like 100,000 is going to be massive resistance for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Even we should really front run 100,000 in the future, like 98, 99, because so many people. I've read so many things on the, like some people in the Reddit or some people I know in person have 100,000 as a big target. So, and market loves to front run. So you either don't hit 100k on the first try, or you push beyond, and then if you push really beyond 100,000, then you will know 107,000 is going to be symmetrical move extension out of the full bull market. Yes, so this is another nice pull. And I will be also showing you, because today we hit some targets already. So pitchfork, no. we don't need. We have macro channel to watch. How is it look? So this was macro channel. We then reclaim a push to the upside. But this is the main macro channel now. Then I think we are getting pretty close. Oh yes. We're getting very close. You see what happened in the past. By the way, on local and medium, on intraday, I have much better tools than, of course, geometry. Geometry is last thing I pay attention to. But on high time frames, it's okay to watch geometry, especially if you have these like big channels. So this is really like the most important channel probably for you for the past few years. In the past, we actually established this channel. You see what happened. So we have got this low high. We went briefly over the channel. Yes, there was false breakout, and then you started to, first you've got the rejection, and then you've got the false breakout and move to the downside. We will be careful to watch this similar scenario here, and I think we already did. We didn't kiss, but we were so close. So this is the first reason you are careful to be FOMO here. Ideal scenario is definitely you want to reclaim the channel and do something like this. That would be great sign of strength, but it's also making you cautious here. Cautious in this area. You've got a lot of time. You've got 8 months to buy the Bitcoin. If you are buying now, you are just retail. You are retail who is FOMOing. I would never buy here for hodl. It's literally destroying my reward ratio. And if market, for example, reverses here, which is not that likely, like for high time frames, you will be holding who knows how many months. So price returns to your entry. Same like here, yeah. So you are careful to buy. You are not breakout trader. You've got a lot of time to build your positions here or from much lower. I was buying Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, but I was buying whole infrastructure around Bitcoin past 1.5 years. So plenty of time. This is now time when you don't FOMO and you just reap rewards of your hard work. So we will watch this, but we are getting close to the global channel. So be aware of that. Let's go further. We've got some, I think we also have pitchfork pull, not this one, but this one, yes. So this pitchfork is actually tracking for low of 2018. Yeah, so 2 bear markets back. He's now tracking the high of the 2021, the first one, and then the main pullback. And you see, it's good to keep an eye on this. This is a bit different structure. So you are, like on pitchfork, you are still not the resistance. I think pitchfork resistance is still far away, and it's now at 80. Where are you? So maybe 83,500, somewhere in this region. Similar thing, we will watch for similar thing if you will see some rejection like here. What else we have here? We also have symmetry. I can turn on this symmetry. Let me just extend the gains. Okay, like this. 20% move, yeah. I think somewhere in the group I was telling people when we were here, just based on symmetry, when Bitcoin is breaking out, like past 8 months, Bitcoin loves to do to the upside, even when we are in 8-month range. Especially that, because I'm like a lot of metrics on Bitcoin I'm watching since ETFs. I think is the super important anchor, because that's when smart money entered the Bitcoin. And the symmetry, symmetry since ETFs arrived on the upside was Bitcoin loves, look at that. So here we have 18% move. This was more of an internal move, but I'm just looking for the major move. So 18%, 27%, 28%, 31, 32, 26, 25. We are now at 20. So we actually, from symmetry point of view, for the past 8 months, we are reaching the very similar symmetry as this first big push to the upside. Okay, 18%. And now it's going to be important, but you will look for Bitcoin to find some top in the from 19% up to 32 based on just previous average. Also, what you need to be aware of, if Bitcoin start pushing beyond this 33% threshold, which we've had past 8 months, you will be aware what Bitcoin did in the past based on symmetry, and you see what was when we are pushing out of the bear market, we did 108% move to the upside and then 20% pullback. Okay, this was, by the way, pullback based on ETFs. This was the exact moment here. Market was front running ETFs all the time. 20% pullback, boom. Then we started pushing another leg to the upside, 92%. So if Bitcoin starts pushing beyond 33%, pay attention to like, not sure if you like repeat same thing like 90% is going to be pretty mad move, but in case you do you will see Bitcoin doing 90%, then you know what to do. You will be booking some more profits on your longs, look for some shorts, and just for fun we can have a look where is actually 90%. And this took time, by the way. So move from here was from Sunday, so 20 of August, and how long to take? Yeah, that was like half a year. So it's taking time. Let me just for fun, yeah, have a look where is actually 90%. 90%. Oh yeah, that would be crazy move. 90%. This is like in case some crazy FOMO occurs in the world. 90% is 120,000, but yeah, I need to be realistic. And let's have a look on like average of the 8 months. So average on the 8 months is 30% move. So like on average you do 25 to 30%. So let's have a look where is 25. You already reached the minimum thresholds, okay? So remember that 20% was reached. That's literally minimum impulse threshold. So you can take some profit, definitely. Because I took profit, I'll be explaining why. Partial take profit, not full. So let's go to 25%. So 25% is at 83,300, and then 30% or 32, 87. Okay, 32 is 88. Okay, but for now I will just keep it what we did. 9.50. Okay, that's great. So already very, very nice move, 20%. Fantastic. Let's go further because we still have more. Gun. Oh yeah, this is gun. So the gun is basically dividing. When you start pushing to all-time highs, you are dividing extension targets each time by 1 to 5, and you are watching these multipliers. In the previous bull market, when you I can maybe show you the gun as well. Don't know how many levels it's going to show you, but it was really great. Do I have the gun here? Yes. We've got some stops. Like if you zoom in, we were getting some nice reactions on this, and especially these top ratios. For let me show you 425. So we can do 425 and then 525. 425. Yeah, all these multipliers were pretty helpful in the previous bull market. These extension targets on small time frames, you were getting some nice local ranges and pullbacks. So it's like it's not visible here, but it was great. And same thing, now they are much further away from each other, but they are already, like, first target we will be watching from this is now 82,600, but it's also not many confluence for me. Like, we have stronger levels. Look here. So that's what I'm talking about when this was the first extension target of from the gun ratios of the bull market, and you already is also like regional. Yeah, so you hit the level and then starts doing pullback. Some people slowly profit taking. So flip to support here. So we will be watching that as well. Macro range, we don't need that. What else we need? Of course, balance zones we can have a look on, because I think we've hit the another target here. 1 day time frame. Here we are. Here we are. I'm not even sure if I was talking about this on a YouTube channel, but I was giving very, very big posts in the group. Let me show you. We are already systematic traders. We know what we can expect here. Here we are. So this is the post from 6th of November. So this was post-Trump updates when we started pushing to the all-time highs. Look at that. So we are now in the second portion of the 3-to-1 bull market extension box with targets at 81,408. So it's not that box. Which one it is? It's different one. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit different one. This one is from where? It's this one. Okay. Yeah, this one was also important. This was actually before we do breakdown to the downside on the bear market. We just did 2-to-1 extension. You can see the first one was here. We didn't stop, so market started trading in this box as well. Okay, nice. Let's go for another one. I need other folder. Where is other folder? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. So you are now hitting similar. So this is the power of the symmetry on high time frames. I think I was also making post about it. I think I mentioned every important target. Look at that, was also target. So macro 0.25 extension, we targeted 79,296 and we just hit it. Look at that beautiful symmetry. Huge volume was traded in this area, huge volume. Then you lost it for the bear market. This was ultimate capitulation from FTX collapse as well. Actually FTX was here in this dip to the downside, but first immediate move down out of the, how long we were here, 14th of June, over 1 year. You move to the downside and you see what you did. You did, like, here was the high time frame liquidity. It was macro liquidity in this box. If you don't use the liquidity tools, then the most aggressive liquidity will be down to 0.25 extension. So you move here, you trigger it, and then you've got pretty big move to the upside. It was over 41%, yes. And then you went even beyond. So I'm monitoring the level, and then I'm monitoring the box we did before. So similar thing is happening here. Now we hit the extension. You see how much, like, even if this was 1 hour time frame, the symmetry is always same, because the money who were generating volumes will need to rebuy positions as you start squeezing them. These people getting stopped out and liquidated here into this was matter of time, especially as you created this local range here. So another reason you are seeing the pullback, it's like nothing crazy yet, yes, but you are seeing the pullback here in these small time frames is also there. Another extension was hit. You just need all those big targets. If you want to be aggressively trading this, even over weekend and scalping this, you need to be aware of these extensions. You need to know when Bitcoin is more likely to put a bit of pause in the uptrend, so you don't FOMO into highs, for example, into such a level. So pretty similar symmetry here. Level is hit, that's why we also do pullback. In case we start pushing beyond this high, I will be aware this is still box, symmetrical box, which Bitcoin can reach up to 83,000. It's going to be repeating similar move as during bear market. Then the symmetry will be complete. And what you do after you fill the box is going to be everything. Do you start ranging here? If we start ranging here, that's great, because we can position both on a short side and also have long side for the continuation. If you start, returning back, and you will be feeling this push, then you actually have a larger pullback in your hands just based on the symmetry of this pull. So be aware of this pull. We have another one. Trend line. Yeah, we'll turn on these. Yep. So this is yet to complete. This is still our pool we watch from. So you always watch when you are ranging in the. This was the bear market range, and the breakout of this range started new bull market. I mean, it was confirmed much later beyond this high, but in the end, this is bull market. So you need to measure this full range where you actually spend 9 months. In the past, extremely precise. I think market is paying attention to this pool a lot. Each time we went for pullback, we stopped at 0.5s for the pullbacks here. Here, 0.5 support. You also did rotations. Once you run a one-to-one extension, you started to create a uptrend or a new range in it. Another push to the upside. We actually didn't stop here, just locally, and we went for another multiplier of 3.5. This actually put lead on price for 8 months. Rejection, 3.5 become very key level, and now market, as is pushing beyond 3.5 volts, is going to be on next target, complete target of the. So this is 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 1 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. Yeah, this is 3 to 1 extension target here in this box. So we are watching 81,400. We've got pretty close, by the way. And is also showing you potentially future range. This is going to be very likely. If you start rejecting from 80,000 or 81,400, then this box, you want to see the new range here. And it's also like this pool is also predicting new range in this box. Same like here. But this was also more extended because you were going from 3.5. Yeah, we know this the key level. It's first time Bitcoin didn't respect this precise 65,000. But do you see the pullback? Again, super symmetrical, finding support at this high, which key level for from extensions as well. So that's another target you watch. And let me check if I didn't post, if I didn't miss any post. So this one I showed you, we just completed it. This one is on the way. We went over the gun, we went over the macro channel, and we went over these major extensions, still waiting at 81,000. So, yeah. And this one we also discussed. This is much further level. Yep. Interesting, very interesting. So extension targets are done. You see some of them we hit. For me, I look at the pullback, by the way, you see? Still underway from this swing failure pattern here. This is only where I will be getting positioned. And I know there is still a lot of fuel in the market because this was inefficient move to the upside and single prints can be filled. You can, you can turn on the CME. So we know it's weekend, we don't need to turn that on, but we can turn on the CME gap and go to small time frame. And you see how big deviation we are creating. So first we've created deviation to the downside, fantastic, opportunity for long. And now if you are short from this setup here, you aim to complete. And I will be definitely aiming, if you start like going even further, what are the order books doing? Look at the order books, by the way, if you are in such setup. So a lot of sellers still protecting 80,000. Do you see any new sellers buying here on the passive side in the limits orders? No. So you don't get much support from them. I know we hit very big extreme areas. Market is very likely to distribute. I will be checking the spot volumes, and market is already distributing. Yeah, how much we sold? So 557. Around 50 million already sold on spot market, and also perpetuals are selling down. Open interest very likely still continue going down, yes. So profit taking underway. This is how some trade setups start, yeah. So you reach the area and then profit starting to kick in. And you've got the potential, you've got the at least close portion of the CME gaps as well. Like ideal scenario would be like if, for example, we get here, then I would be taking major take profit too as well, because I know we close CME gap, and when we open on Monday, then CME might do another push to find out how real was the moves over the weekend. But you know, this is weekend straight setup, so very great potential at least to move here, because this was impulsive candle, not much support build. Look at the perpetuals market, no limit orders, also trying to protect the price. So you've got the road open down. If no spot market buyers show up with market orders, with new demand on spot market as well, then you will have a deeper pullback, very likely. Then the market is now trying to, you know, some smaller walls on spot market, trying to support price at 77,500 to 77,000. So if I see market bouncing here, I will be taking profit, more take profit on the short. I will also know the single prints are now filled. Yeah, but this is really great, because now I took take profit one, this risk-free trade. Those are the best trades. That's how you literally win. You wait for the nice setups, and once you cannot lose the trade, it's just fun. So extension targets we watch. I can show you one more post. This is this is interesting as well. So you can see I will read you this. So during 2021 bull market, we had massive sell wall clusters on spot market. Someone wanted to sell thousands of bitcoins in the 70,500 to 70k area. Years later, we found our 2024 bull market high there for 8 months. What is the lesson here? We should pay attention to such sizable cluster which was not filled. Oftentimes, biggest entities show us their hands as in poker, and it's not just pointless spoofing. We are able to see possible distribution areas. We had nice walls at 80,000 as well, so I do not doubt it's going to be another distribution area up to 82,000, also because of the technical analysis extension targets. So you see, in the past, some entity wanted to really sell heavily here. Years later, we arrived here, and you see like area provided a stop in the like in the March 2024, thousands of bitcoins. They were like showing us future a bit. And same thing we have also at 80,000. Like not as many walls as we had before, but still definitely some nice sell interest. So very likely 80,000 to 82,000 will be serving, like that's 79,500 as well, will be serving as new local range and possible deeper pullback, if possible. We will see. Market is like crazy, still like bullish. But I'm just thinking what could be possible reversal points. That's only what you are left with in the all-time high trading in the end. Yes, you need to have some nice strong estimations. It's always easier trading already put levels. We've put levels in before than all-time high trading and trying to short. Needs to be very, very clever setups. The setup I was explaining today. So long term, there is a very bright future for the Bitcoin. This market also trades very different. I can show you also one more tip. This video is getting very long, I think. Yes, so 1 hour as always. I will be showing you one small tip. So when you have very aggressive uptrend, based from AMT theory, usually, let me show you. So you are going into the range after the push, yes. Then you know fundamentals change. Bitcoin is becoming very bullish. Not many people willing to sell actually Bitcoin. Most of the people want to hodl now, because they will know they will have US government and Sailor behind the back, and plus massive buying and economy. So Bitcoin is pushing, is creating first range here. Range is ending here. And this is what you want to do in such aggressive uptrends on Bitcoin. You literally need to act on a first line of support. In the group, I was giving traders, will I find the post or not? Oh, I will literally find this post. I just want to show you how aggressive you needed to be to actually enter that trade. we've got a lot of posts. I will not be. I was giving traders literally this box once we established this range here. I was telling them the first line of support is in this box here. Previous, like you push outside of this range, it's going to be previous range VAH and into the POG area. It's really great when POG is close to the VAH. So you've got this nice box which will be acting as a support. So this was my most aggressive long I was taking since we were pushing into the all-time high territory. So this was my intraday long from here, which will become day trade. Swing trade, we know, I was already explaining you from 67,064 and I added, and it's now at 67 or even higher than another at. So this was my another entry. You see how market is now holding this structure, and in super aggressive trends, you will literally you will not rotate the full range fully. You will be holding VAG and POC. Another range here. So we go from here to here. And you see what is happening. Okay, so you've got the point of control, I mean high volume node and VAG, and market this is more like an area, and is holding it as well. It's not even letting you. There was like small low volume node fill here, only to front run the high volume node. So another pretty textbook situation. Then you've got the another situation. Now it's more balanced range, so you are going from here. There was a lot of, like, this was very stable range. We are doing some rotations from VAL to VAH. I was trading that as well. Traders as well in the group, that was the main focus. You can now extend. You are going for the full range rotation again, and look at that. You are hitting the VAL as well. Even like liquidity was not taken as well. More like internal liquidity was taken for under this volume, but not these lows. This was more cheeky. But you've got the reclaim into the VAL and now starts pushing to the upside. Another quick range rotation. You are taking profit here as well. You don't need to close fully. And then Bitcoin is now pushing over the weekend. This is weekend, yeah? So let me check when the weekend started. We know there is 80% chance there will be a range during the weekend. But of course, you can do breakout like you just did. Where is the... Oh, yeah. Yes. So yeah, it was expected range. A nice push, even from here. 5%. That's amazing. That's really amazing. So pretty much textbook uptrend. Also altcoins, by the way, are pushing. Let me check what are the ratios. We can reload. One thing I was warning traders in the group is when Trump wins, then the Bitcoin dominance is gonna fall. And because first time in history, first time after 4 years, there is new administrative which is going to be friendly not only to Bitcoin but also altcoins. And altcoins, a lot of capital was on sideways with altcoins. So now a lot of money are pouring in, and Bitcoin dominance was rising past year. So now a lot of people take profit in Bitcoin and they just go into alts. You can see that on they just outperform, yeah. So we already fell down from. So how much was dominance here? 60%, almost 61%, and we already fell 3%, 2% on dominance. As you see the orange line here pushing down. The altcoins without Ethereum and Bitcoin, the yellow line also pushing, overperforming. Others, this is pure altcoins, the white line also pushing stronger than Bitcoin. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin as well. This was also expected. So I told you maybe in previous video as well, but I told in the group as well, I'm expecting another alt season, at least the small one, and maybe it's gonna be big one as well if the market's trend continues. So this was also expected. And you can see from technical perspective, when we go to total market cap, because Bitcoin is not pushing alone, it's also pushing with the total, with the altcoins. Let's go here. So this is the range you are watching. You've got plenty of time. Like I personally, I'm not so involved in the altcoins. I've got some Solana and Ethereum. That's it. I've got some more leverage bets on Bitcoin. That's all I need, is more safe also, because the pullbacks on Bitcoin are much smaller than on altcoins. But if you were buying altcoins since 4th of August, you've got plenty of time to build. So build them. And now I would like to warn you, sure, we can have crazy weeks and months ahead, but you already did, in terms of market cap, from 40 when Bitcoin was at 49,000, how much move we did? 50%. That's crazy market cap increase. On some altcoins is definitely 1 to 300%. Just be careful here. I would, if I were you, I would took maybe 25% profit on altcoins on the overall portfolio here, because you are reaching the big targets. Depends also what you do with this high, if you do swing failure pattern or not. What do you want to see now? If you want to see pushing to the upside and like much larger, and next week can be really, really good if you reclaim this VAH. Yeah, you reclaim the VAH, the previous highs, and then off you go. You will be targeting the 780 billion market cap and very likely beyond. So from technical analysis, you can watch this on total 3. Total 2 is actually looking even better, of course, because it's excluding only Bitcoin. Now Ethereum is doing heavy lifting. It's a bit, yeah, it's again same high, but yeah. Bitcoin volatility is, by the way, not so crazy. Only like we went now to the upside. So it's Trump, but now with this push to the upside is still like normal. And of course, they are very dynamic. I told you what we are looking for, but you know, order books in the end can change everything. They affect over 80% of my decision. Look at that. So we know there is very limited support here, but now order books are not empty. Look at that. Someone is now wants to buy the Bitcoin. 100, so over 300 Bitcoins. And I'm not even sure if there is enough volume to sell into him, unless if someone wants to distribute, sure. There was some volume spike here. How much was that? 88,000 Bitcoins. So not sure if someone wants to sell into this guy. So order books are changing now, yeah. So you start to, that's the thing. If you in a super aggressive uptrends, you will see order books repopulating quickly, and they will be guiding price. So if you are short from this swing failure pattern on Binance, then you can take another take profit. Don't need to close fully, but you are very careful. Now some new fresh demand is coming in also on perpetuals a bit here. If you feel those walls, it's going to be sign of weakness for the market. Like you fill them with big volume, then they were not able to stop the market on falling. Then you can start feeling more of these single prints. Yeah, so things are developing. We can have a look on TRDR just a bit. Like there is not much to look for in the order flow. Sure, we can have a look on this, but this already played out. You see all the longs into the highs already like closed. They got destroyed already on small pullback. But you see long from higher time frames are still taking profit. A bit of shorts in this candle, which was nice, because you also want to see some nice shorts interest for the pullback. So you can watch these polls as well. By the way, I'm interested to see funding rate. So you see now retail is coming in. So you know this is time of your hard work for you did for past year to earn your nice profits. But now retail is coming in. How do I know that? Well, funding rate already first spike from 0.01 to 0.03. Now the leverage is coming in. So far is not like super overheated, but we know when we will be very cautious, and that's another tool we are using, like I will be using to mark the future tops. So this was in case of extreme funding rates. This was like 2019. This is not very likely to repeat. So in the previous bull market, the funding, like the extreme funding rates were done at 0.13 in these regions, and we topped out in the end, yeah. Later on, the top was much more healthier, and we still pushed down on the Fed and so on. And you see the current push to the upside. That's what matters most, because this is the fresh data. So you will be watching these thresholds. You'll be watching these thresholds. By the way, the thresholds we are watching is also like in the past was here, but it was in the bottom of the range. You will be very careful in this box. Okay, let me put it like this. So starting from 0.07 up to 0.10%, then you're very, very careful. Even if you like try to like long scalp support, you know so many people are already long exposure in like before you. So this is going to be another tool I will be implementing to estimate where we get strong all-time high potentially, and then if I get positioned into short, very likely from local range, and I know funding rates are crazy like 0.07 or over 0.10, then I will be happy to wait to destroy people and to get back into the baseline, because that's what happened before. Yes, we were doing these big pushes, and that's when like when you have very elevated funding rates, you do these big flushes to the downside like this one. Yeah, this one literally resetted market. This one as well, we've got the very elevated funding rate, but we at least started ranging, so it's like first sign. Here was the big flush, this one, many people, yeah, these people very, very to the long side they went, and this actually didn't provide the flush. Is not guaranteed. You can still, like, even if the perpetuals are so heavily in long, spot market can catch up to them with funding rate. But yes, retail is coming. Retail is here. How do I know that? Also, like, people around me asked me if they want to buy Bitcoin. Too late? I mean, long term is not too late, but buying new all-time highs, well, not my strategy, not my cup of tea. Okay, last thing we can have a look on is to see where we have support, and I still need to update my chart, so I will be just giving very limited informations, but we need to turn off this. We can have a look on MT. So first support definitely is not going to be inside this push. This is inefficiency, but your first support is now waiting here. You can also merge these two ranges together. So this is 9th of November. Is this Saturday? Yes, yeah, Saturday. You are watching this point of control and high volume node, currently sitting at 66.35. This is your first like true support. Super aggressive. You can also watch this high here, 77.2, and the small range here. You also have like session naked poke here somewhere. But you're also careful because you will trap people here who are longing impulse. So just be careful. This is the first one to watch. Another area I will be watching is definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows together and their liquidity. When we go to liquidity tool, we can see liquidity is building up. So this would be great area to watch down to 75,200. I already have alert below this low, so in case it's taken, I know it's going to be pretty likely we cascade. Like they are very close together. 1, 2, all of them close together. They can cascade into each other. So you watch this liquidity. If you don't do swing failure pattern here, limited support here, this is impulse. Then you watch these weak lows. This low went in, like this low alone is weak because you've got so much chop there. And you even made it weaker with move into it, so you destroyed the overall structure. You have like equal lows here, so I also watch the swing failure pattern below these lows into the liquidity. I'm watching these two naked point of controls. Both are pretty juicy, very juicy. And yeah, that's what we are watching to the downside. If you want to be very aggressive, then you will be trading with the order flow, with Exocharts, with the spot walls. Some people scalp these spot walls already for the long. Yes, so plenty of opportunities. Like Bitcoin in all-time high territories is gonna give us large volatility and a lot of trades. So do not fear you will miss anything. No FOMO. FOMO is just illusion. We have a lot of trades to be taken. Okay, so this was the weekend update. If you have questions, ask me in the group. On 4th, let me check the date. On 15th of November, we are launching Blank Friday. You will save decent money on the memberships. This is going to be accompanied by the updates for the group, some new sections I will be opening, so people improve even better. And stay safe and enjoy the gains. And don't forget to have a cool head. If you reach your targets, no, the world is not gonna end when you take some profit. I'm doing that. My strategy is gonna be very simple, very likely like 2020-21, when I was taking profit each time Bitcoin moved $10,000. I was taking 10% on my hodls as well. In the end, I booked like over half of my hodl positions. Even on the bear market, I didn't lose as much. I've got a lot of money made from that booking to buy more Bitcoin in the bear markets. So I'm doing same. 80,000 was target for me for a long time, and I'm shaving some hodl as well, as this is target area. Maybe Bitcoin tops out 82,000 into the extension areas I was giving, then we go for pullback. I will not care, but this was target for a long time for me. So a bit of profit taking for me is done here on all positions, on the leverage, and also on hodl. 10% on hodl. Thank you for watching, traders. If you like if you like this update, just give it a like and subscribe, and join our group if you want to learn with us and trade with us. Bye, traders.